Chapter 4, Netflix. Netflix is a media services provider. Netflix initially provided movies by mail and evolved into a streaming business. Before Netflix, we went to the movie rental store like Blockbuster. The selection was limited and late fees were high. Considering the reading, what was the original motivation for Reed Hastings? We study Netflix to see how a company creates and defends a competitive advantage using IT. The Netflix IPO caused Walmart and Blockbuster to take notice. Netflix was underestimated by their competitors. They saw Netflix as internet only with no physical storefront and a small customer base. They measured Netflix by traditional standards. The user experience at Netflix started with finding your movie, adding it to your list, receiving the movie in the mail, watching it, and then returning it by mail. Then they added live streaming, eliminating the wait. For a flat monthly fee, Netflix customers received unlimited rentals, no shipping costs, and no late fees. The customer never needs to leave the house. The customer provides movie ratings and sets their preferences. Netflix then provides recommendations. Let's start by considering the value proposition at Netflix. How did Netflix provide exceptional value? What did Netflix offer its customers? Netflix took advantage of the long tail. They focused on the low volume, wide variety of the right end of the tail. They served a need that traditional high-volume businesses did not. Think Blockbuster. There is plenty of opportunity to make money in that zone. Can you think of other companies with a similar model? Netflix introduced Cinematch. Cinematch is a proprietary decision support system that uses the customer previous selections to suggest future movies. Doing so increases use and customer loyalty. The results are increased profits. Netflix launched a competition to improve the capabilities of Cinemax. The reward was $1 million. Competitors submitted their code starting in 2006 with multiple levels until the grand prize was awarded in 2009. Netflix received plenty of notice and improved their operations and profits at the same time. Netflix optimized their logistics through a number of steps, including co-location near postal facilities, automated tracing, and integration with the Cinemax system. Netflix leveraged their size. Their large network of distribution centers and large customer base resulted in lower incremental costs. They could focus on attracting new customers. Small rivals were unable to compete. Netflix maintained industry-leading strength in brand with a top IT capability in Cinemax. Compare the results for Netflix versus Blockbuster. What company is in the stronger position? As noted by Nicholas Negroponte, the former head of MIT's Media Lab, most media products are created as bits, digital files of ones and zeros that begin their lives on a computer. Music, movies, books, and newspapers are all created using digital technology. When we buy a CD or DVD, we're buying physical atoms that are simply a container for the bits that were created in software. This is the first part of the equation, bits to atoms. Now, when we follow the evolution of Netflix, we see the move back to bits through content streaming. For Netflix, the transition to streaming has not been without issues. Streaming started with 2 websites and 2 pricing schemes. This evolved to 1 website with 2 pricing schemes. The initial transition resulted in legal issues and customer backlash, with nearly 1 million subscribers leaving. To provide streaming to the customer, Netflix added a proprietary set-top box. They added streaming capability available to a host of other boxes, including game consoles, DVD and Blu-ray players, TVs, and computers. The next step for Netflix is disintermediation. This occurs when an intermediary activity is removed from a firm's distribution channel. The result is that the supplier and customer are closer and offers the opportunity for exclusive content for customers. What's the future for Netflix? What competitive threats exist? How might the ever-changing world of technology affect Netflix? Acquiring the content for their selection has not been simple. The first sales doctrine states that a firm can distribute physical copies of legally acquired copyright-protected products, but this does not apply to digital media or bits. One sharing approach uses windowing, where content is available to a given distribution channel for a specific time window under a different revenue model. When a film is released, it is distributed through multiple windows over time. Traditional theaters get the first shot, followed by DVDs, video on demand, and then TV. This rollout is often controlled by the film's producers. One way to control this process is by creating your own content. Doing so results in disintermediation, increased control, shorter cycle time, and greater profit. Netflix is acquiring or developing original content. Netflix has expanded this approach to over a dozen different series that have been well received. Netflix also leverages their user data to improve their customer interaction and guide the acquisition of future content. They also use this data to plan future strategies, including the creation of audience promotions tailored to specific groups of users. Netflix is now available almost everywhere. A software platform has been developed and made available to device manufacturers. This made it easier to build apps. This step enables Netflix to be included in a wide variety of consumer electronics products. As Netflix continues to stream media, they must keep in mind that their systems must always be available, regardless of demand. One risk to Netflix is that many internet service providers are limiting data traffic to prevent exceeding their bandwidth. This could affect Netflix's customers and business model in the future. Next, we will review Rent the Runway, which combines many of the features of Zara and Netflix.